Hi there, Fight Fans. It's Fight 2K back with another one. I'm a bit late. Had some technical difficulties with equipment. So I didn't want to put it out and make it below par, below what I'm doing right now. You know what I mean? Below the level that I'm doing it right now. When it came out right, all I had on my phone. Didn't want to film on my phone. But you know, here we are. So Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua tonight on Netflix. If you don't know about it, then I don't know where you've been. It's constantly on my feeds, whether on Instagram, Twitter, or X, or TikTok, Facebook. It's all there. Honestly, this fight going one way. I only see going to AJ just taking him out whenever it feels like it, unless it's fixed. Because the thing is, like, yes, Jake Paul's improved, but I'm a strong believer in if you give me 6 to 8 months to get myself back to fitness and back in shape, I'll fight him straight away without no warm-ups, nothing. I think probably air level at best, and I think when I was fighting, or at least area that around that level, higher area, maybe English title level. I'll be honest. Like when I was fighting, I thought that's what I wanted to achieve British champions for turned over pro, but it wasn't to be. But at the end of the day, man, I feel like I take Jake Paul out, but that's just me valuing my own skills. But and this is not about me. It's about Joshua and Jake Paul. Obviously, everyone's got their views on Jake Paul. You could get anybody, any fighter get in the ring can get killed. It's 5 pounds of pressure in it. Or is it 5 pounds of pressure, or whatever, in a punch. You know what I mean? Like it's it don't take much, but yeah, like 6 pounds of pressure to really, really hurt somebody. The human brain is quite fragile, so that's why you have your cranium encasing it. Your brain quite fragile, so the possibility of someone getting killed in the ring is high every time you get in the ring, no matter what level you are, no matter what. If you're amateur or pro or whatever, white collar, there's always that risk there. So everyone talk about this risk and whatever and blah blah, but I'm saying but he's an athlete now, and he's fighting people, taking punches. He's like, no matter how you put it, there's a risk in it for any fighter. So why is the high risk for someone that's Jake Paul? Hasn't even got a chin, something you can't actually be taught. So if you've got a chin, you've got a chin. Some people are chin, some people are not. Like Amir Khan, chinny guy. It's a factor of it. It's a factor of him. He's a chinny guy. He has to be careful whenever he punches. He has to make sure that his defense is on point. So I just don't think this whole him dying. There's too much about that, and just putting a bad omen in the air. I don't want to. You know what I mean? Like, there's always a risk of that, but I just think I guarantee you should be both fighters will walk away. Be able to go back to their families and whatever and carry on with their lives. Now, for me, I just think, just get the money. Like, he's at the end of the career. Everyone talking about him. Like, in the day, he tried to be 3-time world heavyweight champion. It wasn't to be. So why not chase the money? Why not just the last run of his career just focus on and make as much money as possible, biggest fights as possible, biggest money as possible. Yeah, so then and also tied into this is him and Luke Partridge, aka Tyson Fury, them two fighting. Now I definitely want to see that fight. I definitely want to see that fight happen, like as soon as it's available to happen. So I need AJ to get through this fight. I know he will get through this fight, but I want to see that fight. It doesn't matter about if it's in titles on the line. I want to see that fight. I've always wanted to see them two fight each other, because when Joshua first came on the scene and Tyson Fury was singing his praises, like, "Oh, I fight a heavyweight, spot the heavyweight, Anthony Joshua, blah blah," like, you know what I mean? So there could be that in there for Joshua, like in Joshua's brain, thinking, with Tim Usyk now, with a team that beat him twice and beat him convincingly, Can I do the same thing? I don't think he's gonna have to I don't think he can outbox Tyson Fury. That's not going to be his way to victory. He has to put Tyson Fury in a fight, in a shootout. And I think, even though Tyson Fury is a lot heavier and a bigger guy, I think Joshua he's got the heavier hands. So let's see what, and if Fury gets knocked down early, then it can happen. And he might get on his bike and try and box. So AJ's going to have to be really physical, lean on him, drag him into a dogfight. It might be pretty, but sometimes you've got to do that. And I think, with this fight here with Jake Paul, it will end whenever AJ feels like it. Whenever it feels like ending the fight, it ends. I don't think there's any more to say than that. I know I've spoken about both things, Tyson Fury, but I talk about Tyson Fury and AJ in another video later on the line where I know it's definitely signed, and I can talk about it more and more depth. But this fight, it's a money fight. This is there could be some other fights on the card. Just enjoy the whole card, enjoy the whole spectacle. You don't have to pay for it. It's not a pay-per-view. So if you've got a Netflix subscription, there you go. You're good to go. So you can't complain. It's a Friday night. If you're not going out tonight, then just boxing on. You know what I mean? A big fight on, big spectacle on, and a bit of a fight on the thing. I think my wife is fighting Alicia Gardner. I'm telling you. I remember seeing her in the flesh. I thought, wow, she's beautiful. But yeah, man, she's a beautiful girl, man. So yeah, but she's fighting tonight. I look forward to that. Let's see what else happens on the card. He's doing well with his MBV promotions. I was on the email list, but now I think I've been taken off it. I think maybe they've figured out who I am. I don't know. I've said certain things about Jake Paul. I don't know. But I don't seem to be on their mail list anymore. I used to get on the list and get sent mail, but I ain't seen them for a while. But anyway, that's neither here or there. Nothing but AJ win tonight. Let me know what you think, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and the good stuff, guys. I'm out of here.